Hello Lakers fans, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss Lakers first-hand news and leave your like to strengthen the channel. The only thing the Los Angeles Lakers should be focused on right now is making a push for the playoffs. They made some big-time moves at this year's trade deadline in an attempt to bolster their roster, and so far, it looks as though it's worked out well for them. However, if they fizzle out or LeBron James grows weary of he could request a trade. But if that happens, Anthony Davis would likely be on the outs as well. And according to sources who spoke with Sean Devaney of Heavy Sports, there are two teams that would make a bunch of sense for Davis. Davis can go to the Chicago Bulls or the Milwaukee Bucks or somewhere like that where he would be happy. Then LeBron could look to go elsewhere too, a Western Conference executive told Devaney. Both teams would make sense for Davis one way or another. Leave your like on this video to keep up to date with everything that happens at Lakers. Thanks. Continuing. In the case of the Bulls, Davis would be headed back home. The Lakers could look to snag Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams, or other assets in return, and it would send Davis back to the place where it all began for him. Meanwhile, a trade to the Bucks would be significantly more difficult to work out. Drew Holiday or Chris Middleton would almost definitely have to be in the trade, but in that case, the Lakers likely wouldn't be interested. All that being said, the source noted that the only way James requests a trade is if Davis leaves as well. He has an obligation to Anthony Davis, and the only way he gets dealt is if Davis gets dealt too, the source said. They do not necessarily have to go to the same place, but LeBron is largely responsible for AD being in Los Angeles and is not going to abandon him there. 4 teams linked to LeBron James. If James were to request a trade and depart from the Lakers, the Western Conference executive believes that there are only 4 teams that would make sense as a landing spot: the Cleveland Cavaliers, Miami Heat, New York Knicks, and Dallas Mavericks. It is hard to imagine him going anywhere except Cleveland if the Cavs could make that happen without giving up too many assets, a Western Conference executive told Devaney. Miami would have to be in the mix too, and maybe a dark horse, the Knicks and Mavericks. He has always wanted to play with those teams, with those players. He has an interest in Luka Doncic for sure. Lakers receive Anthony Davis injury update. In other news, the Lakers recently received a crucial injury update on Davis, who has been dealing with a nagging foot issue all season. Davis was re-evaluated by Lakers medical personnel about 2 weeks ago after sitting out the second night of a back-to-back against the Oklahoma City Thunder, ESPN's Dave McMenamin wrote on March 14. His right foot, which caused him to miss 20 games earlier in the season because of a stress reaction and a bone spur that fractured off the navicular bone, did not show significant healing, sources told ESPN. The doctors stuck to the same recommendation not to put Davis at risk of a setback from overexposure by participating in back-to-back games. Put your opinion in the comments as it is very important for Lakers. I update you at any time with the latest news from Lakers.